Another question I've been pondering on is 1 in 10 people in our society are dyslexic. Now, why is that? Really, why is that? I mean, a lot of people think, oh, it's a problem, 1 in 10, but it's incredible. 1 in 10 people have dyslexia. Why? Why has this developed in our society? And I have a theory developing, and that is there's a reason why 1 in 10 people in a room are dyslexic, or 1 in 10 people in a team, or in a business, or in a community are dyslexic. And I think it's because you need that proportion. You don't need too many dyslexics in a room, just like too many cooks spoil the broth, but you still need a cook. And dyslexics are often the idea people in the room. If you find that you're the new idea person in the room, so if you're in a room of 10 people, 20 people, and you're the one that keeps coming up with the new ideas, you're probably dyslexic. There's probably a reason why you need to be in that room. And there's probably a reason why there isn't more in that room, because, you know, for every idea that comes up, that a dyslexic comes up with, like a solution, because often dyslexics have this knack of finding a problem and identifying a solution that isn't obvious, and they connect them. One person can do that, but then you need the other 9 people to help make it happen with their different skills and abilities. And I think this is a really neat and useful ratio, and there's a reason for it. And there's a reason why in the 20 people in that room, one of them's autistic. So, because in that spectrum of being very detailed orientated and the dyslexic being very big picture orientated, and then everyone else in the middle who's kind of like, right, that's a good idea, we want to implement that, this is how we would implement it, this is how we would keep it going, etc., etc. It's another example of how we as human beings are designed to work as teams and as a community. So I think that 1 to 10 ratio is there for a reason. And it's a cost to our businesses, our families, our society, to lose the input of the 1 to 10, the 1 out of the 10. Because if our dyslexic children lose their confidence in their ability to contribute, then we all lose. Like, think about it. I'm in Scotland right now. Scotland, home of the world's inventors, it seems. You know, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, you know? He was dyslexic, Scottish man. And then we think of other things like, you know, Steve Jobs. He developed the telephone into the iPhone. He was dyslexic. You know, there's just so many, and those are the big names that we know about. But, you know, I know dentists who are dyslexic. Shout out to Pete. He's dyslexic, and it's incredible benefit to his dentistry because he adapts his skills to the challenges of all these different mouths and arrangements of teeth and finds solutions to them. He finds interesting solutions from different places around the world and starts to get awards. And I'm not going to tell you where he is because then you'll become his dentist, then he'll become very expensive, but he's very good. And I think a lot of it's down to his dyslexia. And the reason I say that is there are tons of people in regular jobs and small businesses and big businesses that aren't big names that we shout about, like, you know, Steven Spielberg and Steve Jobs and so on and so forth. These are all really famous and people we need to be proud of as dyslexics, but throughout the whole of the spectrum of jobs and roles in society, there are dyslexics in different positions. And often I've noticed that it seems to me that they're in different positions, but they're often in places of a specialism, but they connect, where they overlap, they pool 2 specialisms together, and they kind of make them cross-pollinate. They cross-pollinate ideas. Often it's maybe 2 or 3 specialisms. So like if you're a dentist, you'll start looking at different disciplines and being inspired by them and finding solutions from them. 1 in 10 dyslexic, and I think that's why, because these 1 in 10 pull these disciplines together and start to knit not just ideas together, but whole systems together.